YouTube family. Salute to everybody in the room. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and let's rock out to the fastest growing team. I Smoke Hip Hop Live. That YNW Melly case is getting spooky by the dozen. It ain't even October 31st yet, and the spooky traps are already being done. As you can see, his case takes another turn. 2 years ago, he was supposed to come home early after already coming home after almost doing a year or more. And now he's in a situation where they're trying to look at evidence against YNW Melly, such as DNA. Before we get started, let's pay these bills. Now, the YNW Melly case, y'all. A spooky one, I must say so. Like, with YNW Melly now the DNA sought by prosecutors could be matched in the murder cases. That's right, they're trying to find a brand new way of getting the Florida rapper because every other route did not work. So they had to think of a different way of snatching him and bringing him to his feet. What I honestly understand is YNW Melly understands the setbacks. He knows the whiffer odds, meaning that this could be the potential damage. So how did they get this DNA evidence? Well, prosecutors in the YNW Melly double murder case could help prove their case against the rapper. That is, if they can get their hands on the saliva and match it to the DNA at the scene. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, prosecutors are asking a Broward County judge to force Melly to submit an oral swab because they want to check his C's, A's, G's, and T's match up to a DNA samples they found, basically that was on the clothing that was on a yellow jacket, which prosecutors says already has DNA that matches Anthony Williams, one of the two people killed in the shooting. Now, prosecutors claim there are 3 other potential DNA profiles on that jacket. And seeing as how Melly is one of the people charged with the murders, prosecutors want to see if the DNA is also on the jacket. As we reported, prosecutors allege Melly and his pal Carlton Henry, who allegedly gunned down their buddies Anthony Williams and Christopher Thomas Jr. That's Sack, Chaser, and Juvie. And then hatched an elaborate plan to make it seem that the men died in a drive-by. A judge had yet to rule on the swab results. Now, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, how you can deem guiltiness from stating it in the reference where they stated it at, because more is going to be needed to be given to say that Melly is the subject of an elaborate scheme to coerce a plan against his friends, you feel me, at the behest of something to think of it was not him, but yet, a drive-by, and after he did it, this is on the states to prove it. It's not on Melly and his team to say we're innocent. It's on the state to prove that Melly is guilty. That's all I know from this situation. A lot was said and a lot was done, but it's not in the way that you see it now. So factual information got to be given more credible than what they throw out the way continuously.
This bitch switched up my whole mentality.
Question for the day is, what is your message to your first body?
Oh, you said first body.
Hell yeah.
Like, what you mean first body?
To your first body count, bro.
Like, which body? What you talking about? Like, which body? What you talking about?
To the YNW Melly, because apparently YNW Melly.
Now, the situation with YNW Melly could be more extreme than thought, because now if this gets to be thrown into a situation where it could be used as evidence against the Florida rapper, then it could be damning, playing on which angles they take to make about it. Because I personally see a situation where it was equally cool to be in the situation of it. It was basically equal in the sense that there was no taking away from YNW Melly's guilt nor innocent, meaning there's no evidence yet to substantiate that he did the murder. You're just seeing a lot of he say, she says, and hypothetical scenarios. You're not really seeing things where you could deem that YNW Melly is at guilt. I mean, I actually sat back and I thought the prosecutors had more, but they clearly don't. This is the angles they take. If they don't have enough to run with or nothing to make in a case like this, they're going to fabricate a whole lot of situations and the ambiance of just saying, oh, this person is guilty in this, they're guilty in that. Nah, we didn't see enough to hold anybody guilty in anything. It's a sad thing too, because YNW Melly comes from those street lives, but yet he elevated himself to do more and make more of himself. So for him to be caught up in a situation like this is damn near, I'm not going to say unfair, because the life is a jungle in itself. You got to know that already. But it is kind of unfortunate because he missing a whole lot of moolah. He's missing a lot of shows. And let's just be real, the more a rapper fades away, this ain't the 90s or the 80s. Now when a rapper goes to prison, you lose a lot. You don't even have that same fan base anymore. Don't fall for it. That same fan base that say they support you will not be around anymore. It's like everything went bye-bye and it went ghost. That's one thing I did notice, is to the extremes of that. YNW Melly is the example of an artist who can prove you can have a longevity absence, but you still can flourish and do your thing. I mean, it's have yet to be seen, because Boosie came home. Boosie did not have the same situation we thought little Boosie was going to have. It didn't go down like that, and it's not going to be, the end of YNW Melly. But will he have the same wave? Will he still have the same vibe going on? His little brother is doing the damn thing. Salute the B-Slime, you feel me? But his situation with YNW Melly is you got a whole state trying their best to convict him. That's why he's been locked up for well over 2 years now, just sitting. I got buddies who did time in those facilities for over 5 years waiting on trial. So who knows when YNW Melly coming home. Look, man, I'm your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Look, I need you guys to hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and come rock out with the most winningest team out here. I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Now, YNW Melly, the fact that they're trying to use DNA, I feel like his defense attorneys can still flip that in a sense that, wait a minute, of course my DNA is going to be on the jackets or around things like that because we're all cool. We hang with each other. Of course, all the DNAs are all over everywhere because we're around each other. So I guess the state would have to prove a plot that was used based on that yellow jacket, which I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Maybe they have a home run that they're hiding. They just need confirmation. Can they get the swab of evidence, which is his oral saliva? I mean, that's kind of smart by YNW Melly attorneys to not approve of giving his DNA sample like that, because they can use it in any way and say anything. So I think it's just how your attorneys are, your legal counsel. If you got a well-paid legal counsel, then you can get over any hump, hopefully. I mean, things can hit left and you can lose a whole lot than what you did to gain in this situation. Circumstances change and problematic situations occur. And only if we have a chance to hope that YNW Melly's situation gets solved, because redemption is the key, as they used to tell us long time ago. Now, YNW Melly, I don't know where he goes on from here, other than keep faith and hope that he can come back to the world. The world is where a lot of us forget what this place used to be. YNW Melly. I mean, this is the case of, what do you guys believe? Tell me in the comment sections. Do you think he's guilty? Do you feel YNW Melly is innocent like I do? Because I personally feel he's innocent. What do you guys feel? Hit the like button. Hit the notification bell. Come rock out with the most winningest team out here. I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Salute to everybody watching.